Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I want to share to you some tips that I used to use that for studying English. So I just have 3 tips that I want to share here. And this is just for the first time, like the first steps that you can use, that you can follow. And after that, I will make the video if you want some tips like part 2 or something. I don't know, because some of you asked for making this video. You want to get some tips for for beginner. So I think like, okay, that's a good idea. So it's gonna be simple, okay? So the first tips that I want to share here is, this is about mindset. I'm gonna talk about mindset first. How the mindset for studying English for beginner. Because if your mindset is wrong, it's gonna be a long time for you to upgrade your skill. The mindset is, I have to always practice, even though people laugh at me. One of the hardest problem here for new English learner or new language learner is they are afraid to speak, to practice. They are shy, and I think it's the problem. When the first time I studied, when I met people, I never cared what people think about me. I just wanted to, okay, this is time for me. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my money because I have paid here and I need to literally learn. I mean, like, English is only about practicing, because I've ever asked about this from the real foreigner, from the real native from America. Like, the more you practice, the more you become fluent. Like, that's the key. Always practice. I have one friend, now he works in abroad, in Italy, I guess. He's a sailor. And when he studied with me, we studied together. At that time, I had basic. Okay, I had basic, but he didn't have any basic at all in English. But he just took 2 months for studying. And in 2 months, he always practiced. Sometimes, people laughed at him, even me sometimes, because he was so funny. Sometimes he was wrong. He made mistakes. The structure of the grammar or the pronunciation, it sounded funny. But he didn't care about what people think. He always asked me when we made a conversation, like, hey, like this, like this, like this. And in the middle of the conversation, he made the mistake. And it was funny. I laughed. And he was just, oh, what's the correct one? And I will correct him. And we would just continue the conversation. So it's just that simple. Like, you have to be brave to speak. Okay? So, after being brave to speak, you're not afraid anymore. The second tip is memorizing English songs. So, it's step by step, from slow song, middle song, and then fast song. Just try. I did that before, but I didn't realize that it fixed my pronunciation. I just like listening to music, and I tried to imitate them, imitate their tongue, imitate their mouth, imitate their voice. I just enjoyed that. So you can try from there, because by doing that, you will get new vocabularies, you will get new expressions, you can get new idioms, you feel happy while practicing. That's what I felt before. Even until now, I try it. Because sometimes in that lyrics, you can see like, what do you mean? So you can try to change it. What do you mean? What do you do? What do you eat? What do you struggle with? What do you talk about with your friends? Everything, every verb you can use. So you can learn from there. And the last or the third tips is start to memorize vocabularies from now. One of my the biggest problem that I have in English is vocabularies for it. It's, I don't know why, but it's just so hard for me to memorize. I never tried to memorize vocabularies book. I just read that. And after I get one vocabulary, new vocabulary, I will use that. It's just like that. That's how I learn. That's how I memorize vocabulary. I never really memorize, like literally memorize sitting on a chair, open the book and read that. Never. It's just sometimes, but I don't think it's effective way because tomorrow or the day after that, I will forget it. This is gonna be crucial. Sometimes, actually, you can speak. It's actually in yourself. You are ready to speak. But when you want to speak, you just forget or you just don't know what vocabularies is that. You just like asking in your mind, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this one? And you will get stuck with your speaking. It's because you don't know the vocabularies. If you know many vocabularies from now, that's why start from now. Before even studying grammar, studying speaking, practicing, just learn. Just read vocabularies because it will help you a lot. Trust me. Just try from vocabularies. I said before, this is like the first tips for beginner. So before you think about speaking, grammar, listening, reading or something or anything else, just try that before. Just try what I'm telling to you here. So the 3 tips, try that first. I'm gonna tell you what's next because some people they want to get fast way, quick way. You know, it's impossible. Yeah, if you have like superpower or something, you can be able to be fluent in just 1 day or 1 month, but it needs time. So just be patient, just always practice, and that's it. So those are 3 tips that I can share to you. And thank you very much. See you on the other side. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.